good on here? Are you good on here, Kelsey?
Yeah.
I thought we did a good job for, you know what I mean, a better part of that game. I like the way we were playing. I like our movements and different things like that. We had a stretch where we lost our minds. And I'll take that one. I should have called a timeout. Probably should have settled our troops a little bit just to give them just something calming, to do something to calm them down. So that one's on me. But our turnovers are the tale of the story for us versus this team. We have got to value the basketball a little bit better in order to beat a team like Connecticut. They're too good.
How would you describe that third quarter?
Yeah, just turnovers leading to easy stuff for them and just not recognizing who the hot player was. I mean, Heidemann got hot, started knocking down threes, and we just didn't do a good job of adapting to that, being in her space, making her take tougher threes. She made one, I think it was over Unia, the step back one. And at that point, she was just hot, heat check, that type of shot going to her left. But we just have to do a better job of that. And just, I don't know why we got frantic. But I should have calmed us. Even if I had to take two timeouts in that time, I should have called a timeout and really calmed us down. So we didn't turn the ball over as much.
Did you like the shots you're getting during that stretch?
They weren't great. No, they weren't great. So when I say I should have took a timeout, that's what I mean. I should have took a timeout just to calm us down, both on the offensive end and just to reassure what we're doing on the defensive end. We're doing right. I think we missed some opportunities defensively. We weren't reacting as quick as we needed to react in certain situations with the game plan and with the scout. But yeah, I probably should have taken a couple timeouts just to calm us down and find the right shots.
Last time you came here, you didn't have a lot of options to play.
Yeah.
Bench. What's the process now?
Yeah, it's different. Yeah, it's I'm still figuring it out. We go game by game really, to see a flow, see who's working. Our mainstays are our mainstays. But we try to figure it out. We try to see who has the best matchups, who's playing well, who's giving us a lift, and then we go from there.
Hey, Coach, Mo's been taking Shan's spot in the starting lineup recently. Anything you're seeing from Mo coming out of the break, or what's the reasoning for her start?
No, just a coach's decision.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
For you, you've been obviously a big part of this team for a while, but especially the last few weeks, you finding different ways to contribute, whether it's scoring, defense. Today it was the rebounding. What is it about your preparation that you're able to go out there and contribute in so many different ways every game?
I don't think I changed anything about my preparation. I just try to go hard every day in practice and games, and I just trying to do whatever needs to be done.
Thank you. Alicia, for you, obviously losing sucks, but losing after a long winning streak like this can certainly be a tough go of it. What is it that the coaches can do at this point to help you guys turn this around and not let this loss carry you forward into a losing streak?
I mean, the coaches are great in preparing us for each game. I mean, it's up to us to go out there and execute the game plan. I mean, we lost tonight, but we'll play again on Saturday, so we just got to bounce back and be prepared for Saturday.
Thank you.
What do you think you guys learned as a team during this streak? You had to go some tough places and won some harder wins. What do you think this team learned about themselves?
You guys, he's asking y'all.
I feel like we're finally gelling. We're learning each other. Chemistry is coming together. I mean, the 7-game win streak was really nice, but like I said, just got to bounce back from tonight.
Well, if you've been there for some seasons that have been hard, what's this been like to kind of see this team emerging as a contender like this?
Yeah, it feels good. We've been putting in the work, and just to see it come together, we really love playing together, and just the fact that it's showing, like, it's great. But we have to make sure that we're consistent so that we can pull it through for the whole season.
I would say you can learn more sometimes from a loss from a win. What can you guys learn from that third quarter with kind of how things happen?
We need to do better with our turnovers.
I agree. Take care of the ball.
We're going to jump to Zoom. Let's go to Hunter Cruz, the next.
Yeah, for coach, is the coach's decision for CP related to anything disciplinary, or if you can speak on that a little bit?
No, it's just a coach's decision to go a different way. There's nothing to speak on. It's just a coach's decision.
All right, Emmanuel Blaze, go ahead.
Coach, you mentioned it a little bit before. You got your full slate of all the teams together. which makes it kind of hard to get that, try to put it together. How are you working, getting Ari back? You look good being out there with the sleeve and all that, but trying to get minutes with this team and get them all out there and play like, trying to get that gel back together.
I think you asked like, how is it with the full slate of players? Is that what you asked, Emmanuel?
Yeah, basically.
It's tough, but it's just a part of being in sports. Part of being a pro is showing up and doing your job and being ready when your number is called. If and when it is called. That's just a part of sports. Like we're gonna play the people that we need to play, depending on the situation and depending on the games. And everything else just falls in line after that. I think this team does a really good job of just keeping the main thing. People focused on team first. And so because of that, it makes it a little bit easier to be able to move and do the things that I need to do in terms of substitutions and different things like that. We have really unselfish players. And so it does make it a little bit easier. But when you have so many, it's a nice problem to have because you have so many different options and so many different ways that you can go. So we're just going to keep, plugging and trying to find ways and things that work for us as the season goes.
Alicia, real quick, when a player is going off like Heidemann, what is the mindset to try to stop her or slow her down?
You just gotta guard the ball. I mean, she got hot. Players hot. They're hot. Just gotta guard the ball.
Good job of guarding the ball.
Nikias Duncan, go ahead.
Yes. For Coach Wright, when you have a third quarter like that, or I guess just in general, how do you kind of balance letting your players work through a cold spell versus calling that timeout and trying to calm things down?
Yeah, like typically I let the players work through it. I really do. And I feel like we do a decent job of getting our rhythm and finding our rhythm. But today that was a mistake. Today I didn't make the right decision. I should have called a timeout and calmed the troops down and calmed everybody down and just gave us an opportunity just to breathe and see what was happening, explain what was happening in that moment. So it's a good balance. I typically allow our players to go ahead and play through it because we're going to be in situations where they need to be able to figure things out on their own rather than having to script everything for them. I just think that that's just basketball. They're pros. They're professional players, but today it was the wrong decision, wrong call. So I'll get better. And just like the players, short-term memory, because we got to turn around and we see him again at home.
All right, we have time for 2 more. Let's go to Joshua Welch. Go ahead.
I want to ask you, Leash, just again about your chemistry with Ryan. Like first half, both of you were just going off together. And it's just been going throughout the season where it's felt like that chemistry is just growing and growing. Like what's the ceiling for you two here in Atlanta?
I mean, we're just playing our game, finding each other on the court, making the right plays. I mean, that's credit to our teammates as well. I mean, they're a big involvement in why we're successful as well. They find us in the right spots on the floor. But overall, we're just playing well.
Thank you.
And we'll finish up with Mark Schindler. Go ahead, Mark.
Hey all, T, question for you, kind of going off of Nikias' question a little bit. When things do get bogged down in the half court a little bit, how much of that would you consider being, what a defense is doing, like dealing with length or pressure, and how much of that is, quickness and decision making from the offense or just anything like that?
Yeah, it's twofold. Like I don't take anything away from Connecticut. Like they did a good job. We tried to get CP the ball. AT did a really good job of being physical with her and getting her hands on balls, deflections, which led to turnovers. So that's part of it. And that's their good defense. But we also stop and start staring. We don't continue to I don't want to say we don't, because we have been. This particular game, we didn't do a great job of, running double actions and making quick decisions and going to other things. It's like when one person had the ball, we were just staring, or we were just staring at one particular thing. So we just have to do a better job of making sure that we're, like you said, we have good movement and we're making quick decisions and quick reads whenever we are moving the ball. So I do think that was a big part of that. Offensive spell. We just stopped and started staring at people.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yep.
All right, thank you.